Hello, and with all the regal splendor befitting the royal family, we extend our gracious welcome to the Princess Diana News Channel. It's with immense pleasure that we invite you to once again embark on a journey into the enchanting realm of royalty. Let's move on to the video. Can you believe how puzzling it is to determine the last occasion when Harry and Meghan, known as the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy, laid eyes on their unseen children? I'm currently working on establishing a timeline for this, and I must say, it's utterly bewildering. Earlier this month in New York, Meghan declared that nothing is more significant in her life than being a mother. That was the statement voiced by the female individual. To put it candidly, why is Meghan neglecting her kids once more, given her purported emphasis on parenting and her previous criticisms of her own parents? Following their brief visit to New York, Meghan and Harry felt compelled to embark on yet another personal getaway. Additionally, they went to the summit unaccompanied. And that occurred immediately following their solo trips to Portugal and the Invictus event. To be completely frank, I have vivid memories of being a mother to young children and simply cannot fathom going through 3 consecutive weeks without their presence, as it would severely hinder my ability to function. Based on my understanding, it appears that the most favorable situation would be if they have an unusually unconventional relationship with those children. Although I remain skeptical about the existence of the children, let's move forward. I don't mean to suggest that Harry and Meghan don't have deep affection for their unseen children, as it's possible to love individuals we don't frequently encounter. However, there is a distinct type of affection that parents feel towards their offspring. Typical parents find it hard to be apart from their children. Furthermore, it is worth noting the undeniable hypocrisy present in this situation. They both enjoy discussing the hardships they endured during their upbringing. Therefore, considering the multitude of challenges they face as adults due to their negligent parents, what actions are they currently undertaking? Are their intentions solely focused on prolonging the lasting emotional damage caused by being left behind? It's ironic that they traveled to New York to address mental wellness, yet allowed those children to be brought up by unknown individuals. I cannot express enough how impressive these role models are. I greatly admire their commitment to the environment, even though they choose to travel in private jets. They go on to advocate for reducing our carbon footprint. When Queen Elizabeth ascended to the throne, she took a considerable journey, leaving behind her children Charles and Anne for an extended period. However, isn't this the opposite of the parenting style they wanted to disassociate themselves from? The pain that spans across generations, as they refer to it? This is the very problem they promised to fix, yet I fail to understand how the ongoing absence of both parents will benefit these unseen children. That is why I find great joy in viewing pictures of the young whales. To put it differently, those children are content, socially adept, and receiving the majority of their upbringing from their parents. The ordinary queen deserves forgiveness as well. She never intended to abandon her children or willingly take off. She was left with no option. It was her responsibility as the monarch of both Britain and the Commonwealth. Her duty as a monarch took precedence over being a mother, and that was the necessary arrangement. As the Queen continued to mature in her position, circumstances began to shift. Diana broke the rules by bringing William along during her Australian trip with Charles. She was determined not to abandon her young son. However, it appears that Harry and Meghan frequently take advantage of any opportunity to be away from their children. If those children were genuine, it would have been effortless for them to bring them along. I imply that the Invisibles are believed to be too young to attend school. Taking Invictus and Archofficial to Europe for their visit would have undoubtedly been a delightful experience, especially considering their affinity for the continent and assuming their enthusiasm increases with their renewed existence and advanced age. Meghan is determined to maintain her individuality amidst the presence of those children. She has no interest in giving genuine attention to a child while in public, and it's possible that she feels unnoticed because of them. If there are indeed children, I doubt Meghan desires their presence in the public spotlight, as she prefers to have all the focus on herself. She has no desire to face competition. Moreover, it seems that the children for hire are not permitted to travel abroad, and the size of these dolls has become increasingly impractical to transport. We are all aware of Meghan's statement about motherhood being the utmost priority in her life. She consistently attempts to portray herself as an affectionate motherly figure, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. In my perspective, it is evident now more than ever that neither of them have any children in their household. There is a possibility that they have their own biological children who may be present somewhere. I highly doubt they are Meghan's biological children, but it is possible they were born via a surrogate. And clearly, any children they bring into the world are merely temporary guests for special events. Meghan's lack of knowledge in handling infants and young children has been evident on multiple occasions. Harry has developed some additional expertise in that particular domain, likely due to his previous extensive interaction with his nephews and niece. However, they refrain from engaging in activities such as family vacations, going to the beach, visiting the park, or going to Disneyland. In other words, they have nowhere to go. They don't even take a leisurely walk down the street. I hope that the individual currently responsible for the well-being of those children is able to provide a significantly improved quality of life for them in comparison to their assumed parents. Additionally, I have pondered the possibility that Meghan's intention could be to divert our attention towards a perceived threat, with the ulterior motive of setting the stage for a tragic incident involving children. And I am aware that contemplating such an idea is morally wrong. However, I am skeptical of the existence of any children. Thus, she will need to find a solution to escape from this chaotic situation. Meghan once more exhibited her lack of understanding regarding mental health issues while in New York. She was clever enough to choose an outfit that would undoubtedly attract attention to herself. Wow, what an unconventional choice of clothing. She appeared to be donning a garment reminiscent of a straitjacket. She wore her distinctive hairstyle with a messy bun resembling a rat's nest, complemented by lengthy sideburns. She was wearing a significant amount of cosmetics. She definitely dismissed her makeup artist because I wouldn't spend money on someone who can make me appear that way. I'm certain that she was greatly let down by the absence of enthusiastic crowds that awaited Prince William during his visit to New York. However, she probably jumps to the conclusion that the reason is her ethnicity and gender. This is why she didn't attract the same level of attention as William did. From my perspective, it seems highly likely that Harry faced severe consequences upon their arrival home because he had the audacity to speak without obtaining her consent and had the audacity to interrupt her. She plans to retaliate against the insults she received. What could Harry have done to satisfy Meghan? Perhaps he could have proposed a luxurious getaway? Rather than returning home and pretending to be parents, Harry and Meghan chose to escape to the Caribbean via a private jet, as they often do. They journeyed to an exclusive island sought after by billionaires who desire escape from the company of millionaires. And yet again, devoid of the unseen youngsters. Assuming those kids actually existed, I am confident they would have greatly enjoyed going to the seaside. However, it would be somewhat strange to bring dolls along to an island. I believe that the dolls are most likely not designed to withstand prolonged exposure to sunlight and saltwater. I am still amazed by Meghan's belief that we are all equally unintelligent as her. It is believed without question every lie and exaggeration she tells. We have undeniably become victims of this fraudulent scheme. No, definitely not. I mean, Meghan, your true intentions are transparent to everyone. It is now appropriate to let go. It will be fascinating to observe the outcome of this deception. It is possible that the children do indeed exist. I am quite skeptical, although I must admit I lack tangible evidence to conclusively prove their non-existence. However, in the grand scheme of things, does anyone truly show interest? It is not as if their presence has captivated our hearts in the same way as the children of the Cambridge whales. Currently, we recognize them as individuals. We are familiar with their distinct personalities. However, it appears that the Sussex children are actually dolls, based on the information available to us. If those entities are indeed non-existent, as I presume, I am eagerly anticipating the manner in which Meghan and Harry will attempt to justify that. I have some potential strategies in mind, but I highly doubt that the king will be willing to spend any money. Paying kidnappers goes against the policies of the UK government. This solution would effectively solve the issue of non-existent children in a convenient manner. If Meghan manages to cleverly orchestrate the situation in a way that escapes the attention of the FBI, there is a possibility she might avoid getting caught. However, I highly doubt it. Harry has shared his emotional distress regarding inquiries about his father's identity. Imagine the distress experienced by those pondering whether your existence is even a reality. However, Harry and Meghan are solely responsible for this issue, just as they are for their various other challenges. Harry and Meghan's actions have fueled numerous speculations concerning these children. As a child, Harry did not experience the same level of isolation as the invisible children. He and William accompanied their parents without encountering any difficulties. Diana decided to bring the boys to a popular amusement park, where they joined the general crowd and queued up for various thrilling rides. They would be accompanied by only one bodyguard, along with his son. Harry repeatedly accuses his father of robbing him of a nurturing and safe upbringing, leading to continuous attacks on him. From the observations made, it appears that Harry is also struggling in his role as a father. I am referring to their children, if they truly exist, who are progressing in age. And they don't experience the same level of scrutiny that Harry alleges he went through. On the contrary, it is considerably more severe. Essentially, they are confined in a jail-like environment. They're completely deprived of the world's experiences. In my opinion, if these children are indeed genuine, they will likely encounter significant challenges as they grow older. I find it peculiar that there isn't even an attempt to create a narrative about the invisible children being taken on a vacation. Doing it wouldn't require much effort. They have the option to assert that they left the children alone in the room or that the children are currently in the care of their nanny. However, they don't make any effort to do so. This implies that they are definitely not parents. Our video is up to here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. And before you leave, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest content from the Princess Diana News channel. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful day, and I'll be returning soon in upcoming videos.